I wasn't ready. Cosmic tugs at my heart had me dancing in the arms of someone unsteady. I count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hi everybody, my name is Sweet Kinks and I'm going to be doing a pick a card reading. This reading is going to be how do your ancestors communicate with you? Okay, this is going to combine bones and tarot. Okay, because I'm doing a reading that is centered on the ancestors and them communicating in their form of communication, I am going to be using the bones because bones are a very ancient form of communication, okay? So I have a collection of items here. Got turkey bones, I even have dice, a few Scrabble pieces, and so on and so forth. So that is my collection, all right? every reader's collection is going to be different, all right, guys? So I split this reading up into 2 groups. So group number 1, you guys have this kitty. All right, this is the 9 of, I keep wanting to say swords because I'm thinking about tarot, but this is the 9 of spades. All right, in group number 2, you have the 7 of diamonds. All right, so again, group number 1, that was my elbow. Group number 1, you have, I'm sorry, this is really bright. This kitty. Group number 2, this kitty. All right? So before I begin shaking the bones, here's a little warning. It's noisy, okay? It's noisy, all right? So group number 1, let's get right into how do your ancestors communicate with you? And this can be, through music, animals, dreams, so on and so forth. All right, group number 1. So let's start with your reading. I'm going to tilt the camera down just a bit. All right, group number 1. How do your ancestors communicate with you? All right, so you get plenty of downloads, okay? And that can be in forms of dreams, like psychic downloads on your own, or people just randomly coming to you and saying they have a message to you. So because this is falling, a lot of bones fell in the northern quadrant. Let me move this. Maybe tilt it down just a little bit more so you could kind of see. Some bones fell over there. That's off camera. But, yeah, a lot of bones fell upwards. So, to me, this is speaking about, like I said, downloads coming in. This could be your personal downloads or downloads from someone else. Like, people just randomly coming up to you and asking you, hey, are you okay today? Or, hey, I thought about you. Or, hey, just random things. which shows that your ancestors, they send people or visions or dreams, like I said, that kind of watch out for you. Like the little symbols of protection is how they communicate with you. So if you're having a person that's asking you randomly, hey, how are you doing today? That could be an ancestor or a guide speaking through that person because they know something's up. They might not know what's up, but you know that there's something that you need to work on within you, or something that you're feeling unsure about, right? And with this nasty little gangrene crystal, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like gangrene to me. It's kind of like mold, okay? So like you don't want things to fester. So your ancestors find ways to get people to get you to talk, even though it might be uncomfortable. Like you might be saying, hey, I don't want to talk right now, but there's someone prying at you to speak up about something, all right? You may not be verbal to that person, but go ahead and write it down or, sing it out. Do something to get that feeling out, but don't let it just fester and grow mold, Okay, you don't want your feelings to be moldy. All right, so let's pull a tarot card for you guys. Actually, yeah, so like I said, this is very much in the higher realms. So it's like you have to make the connections is what I'm hearing. You have to make the connections that this is an ancestor, this is a guide speaking, more than this is just a person coming to you. All right, let's pull a card. All right, they said the top one. Ace of Pentacles. All right, so this is speaking about things coming to you. Like I said, people or visions or dreams coming to you, and you have to put the pieces together, and that's how they communicate. It's like little tidbits. And because this is, like I said, this is in the higher realm, you're the one that has to kind of dissect the overall message, but you also have to be the one to realize when someone is a vessel, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, when people are vessels. Okay, because I feel like it's more so that it's people that come and ask you things randomly. And that's your ancestors trying to get you to get your feelings out. Because all three of these shells are face down. And it's also going like in a diagonal towards the right. So it's really speaking about elevate, put the pieces together and elevate. Especially when you're feeling down, don't just shoo people off, okay? Because they're trying to help. How can I put it? It's like your ancestors are the one that's trying to help through these people. These people might not know your full situation, and it's not, their business to know everything that's going on. But just notice that when someone is prying, it's an ancestor that is trying to get you to verbalize or let out whatever feelings you've been feeling, whatever transgressions or, just any negativity. You need to let it out some way, somehow. All right, group number one. So, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, all my information will be down below. Okay, let's move on to group number two. Group number two. So group number two, you have the 7 of diamonds. Can't pick it up with my nails. You guys have this kitty right here. So how do your ancestors communicate with you? Let's see. It will be noisy. Let me tilt the camera back down. All right, group number two. How do your ancestors communicate with you? It could be music, animals, dreams, people, etc. Whoa. All right, so you guys have stuff jumping out the bowl. Whoa. X. The X Scrabble piece, so that way, actually. So the X Scrabble piece just hopped right out of the bowl. Okay. So what I'm hearing is that your ancestors literally put you in the position for you to learn. Like you have to be drop dead in the position in order for you to understand that they're speaking to you. Because sometimes I feel that, what I'm hearing actually, I'm hearing that you guys dismiss the warnings or dismiss the messages until it has to be super duper clear. Okay? And that's not necessarily good all the time because you don't always want to be hitting a form of rock bottom in order to learn something. All right? So your ancestors communicate with you unfortunately, by putting you in that position to do something. But sometimes it's not always unfortunate, right? Because coming out of the situation is growth and not having to experience the bullshit again, right? So let's drop that sucker back in. Group number 2, how do your ancestors communicate with you? All right, not a crystal, not a dice, just bones in the shell. Okay. Very simple and right to the point, just like X marks the spot, right? That X was very clear. You have to be in that position in order for you to hear the message. And okay, let's look at it as pro and con. Pro, right? In order for you to learn something, they put you in a position for you to be almost like a leader, right? You might not want to take that leadership position right away. However, they make you the leader of something. So if you find yourself all of a sudden just getting a promotion, or someone is giving you a task and you feel like, what the heck, I don't got no training in that, or I don't have the expertise in that, but they're giving you that position, that's your ancestors saying, elevate. Okay, it's time. It's okay for you to elevate. You might not see it right now, but it's okay. Sorry, that's a little blurry right now. But yeah, it's okay, guys. It's time for you to elevate. So that's one way they communicate with you, by putting you in a position. Now, the con will be you have to hit, like I said, hit a form of rock bottom, because rock bottom doesn't have to be, homeless and destitute, right? Rock bottom could be you ran out of a certain resource that you really needed, So you have to unfortunately, you would have to be smack dab in the middle of that position in order for you to realize, hey, your ancestors want you to do X, Y, and Z. That's probably why the X came out, because they're being very specific. It's like I said before, with that X, you might push away the messages because it's like, oh no, not right now, or oh no, I don't think I got it right. But you do have it right, and you need to put them pieces together, because they're giving you the specific messages of what you need to do, and that is X, Y, and Z. Okay, put them pieces together. All right, so they get very specific when you're not listening. Okay, when you're not listening, they get very specific. And when you are listening, sometimes you get weary. They're sure that you can accomplish the task, but you're weary. All right, so let's pull a tarot card. Like I said, there's very few bones or items that came out. X marks the spot. You don't have to be smack dab in the middle of something in order to realize it's the lesson. Like, they give you the pieces. That's probably why this is a simple puzzle here. Very few pieces, simple puzzle. This is the jumbo, the jumbo puzzle pieces. All right, it's just boom, 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 and it's together. Okay, but sometimes you're so unsure about. I don't even know. Like, it's like you're unsure about what piece will go first when it doesn't even matter. Like, all the pieces are gonna fit somehow, but you just have to do it some way, somehow. You have to start somewhere. Don't ponder too much about where it goes. You can visibly see, where it goes. Just do it. Okay? Let's pull the tarot card. How do your ancestors communicate with you? Okie dokie. The Fool and the Three of Wands. X, Y, and Z. Didn't I say that? Very simple and to the point. So the Fool, they put you in a position where you might feel like, I don't have the expertise, but you do. Or put you in a position where you end up looking like a fool because you didn't pay attention. Three of Wands, again, I'm going to say it, X, Y, and Z. There's only so many pieces. It's just, you need to do that initial jump start. Put the piece somewhere, okay? It's very simple. Very simple, group number 2. All right. So they communicate with you by literally putting you in the position. Now, whether that's pro in your life or a con in your life, that's something you're going to have to work out, all right? So, group number 2, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, all my information will be